Mamy najnowsze wieści z NFL, gdzie Browns podpisali kontrakt debiutancki z Shedurem Sandersem. Nasz informator z NFL, Jonathan Jones, donosi, że jest to 4-letnia umowa o wartości $4,6 miliona. Cleveland, jeśli pamiętacie, wybrało Shedura w 5. rundzie tegorocznego draftu z 144 wyborem.
Shedeur Sanders just pulled off a contract so slick it could teach Wall Street execs a thing or two about leverage. The Cleveland Browns thought they were landing a cornerback. What they got was a full-blown entertainment empire with a rocket arm and designer luggage. Shedeur isn't just here to play football. He's here to syndicate fame, monetize every highlight, and turn every game into a branded moment. From custom suits to viral reels, every detail is a business move. When you're the only spark in Cleveland's dim spotlight, you don't just sign a deal. You architect a spectacle in gold-plated ink.
All right, you covered Johnny Manziel. You covered Baker Mayfield when things got started here. How big of a, quote, circus do you think Shedeur Sanders is going to be, if at all?
I don't know about, like, right? I mean, obviously there's elements to his popularity and the fact that he's clearly more talented than any fourth quarterback that's ever been on a training camp field.
Imagine your rookie QB not just securing a paycheck, but locking in brand equity like a Fortune 500 CEO. That's exactly what Shedeur Sanders just pulled off. A prime equity clause that fuses his NFL career with his skyrocketing personal brand. The Browns thought they signed a quarterback. Turns out, they signed a mogul in pads with Bluetooth in his cleats. Now agents are scrambling, coaches are sweating, and NFL owners are frantically searching how to out-negotiate Shedeur Sanders, like their jobs depend on it, because they just might. If you're enjoying, please subscribe Shedeur Sanders to the channel. It helps more than you think.
I większą ilością pieniędzy w kieszeni, dlatego powiedziałem, że kapitał podstawowy to koncepcja łącząca siłę marki, wpływy medialne i nastawienie na własność inspirowana dziedzictwem Deiona, głównego środkowego i kontynuowana przez Shedura Centera. To jeszcze nie jest prawdziwa klauzula kontraktowa, ale to nowa broń negocjacyjna dla graczy takich jak Shedura, którzy wnoszą do gry coś więcej niż tylko talent futbolowy. Nikt nie wymyślił tego słowa kapitał podstawowy. Całkowita wartość gracza poza boiskiem, w tym jego wpływ na media, markę, bazę fanów, prawa do treści, sprzedaż gadżetów, historię zerową oraz zdolność do generowania uwagi, przychodów i kultury. To najlepszy sposób na...
While most rookies settle for cookie-cutter contracts with a few performance bonuses sprinkled in, Shedeur Sanders stormed in like a walking LLC in designer cleats. This wasn't just a deal, it was a corporate merger with helmet decals. A full-blown takeover, especially if you're the Browns' PR team scrambling to keep up. His contract doesn't say, "Pay me when I play." It says, "Pay me when I exist. When I post, throw, walk in the building, flash a smile, fill your stadium, and drag your franchise out of irrelevance."
He's incredibly accurate. He really understands not only offensive football, but he understands what you're doing as a defense. So he'll pick you apart that way. He processes quickly. Like, all those things to me are big time attributes. And I just remember last year at this time, Bo Nix falling. People saying, hey, Bo Nix is going to be a second rounder. And Bo Nix is not. By the way, that guy was one of the best quarterbacks in this rookie class last year, so I don't worry about what the evaluators say about Shedeur Sanders. I think the guy is a big-time player.
Let's be real. Cleveland's never exactly been anyone's dream vacation. But suddenly, Browns tickets are harder to get than Coachella passes and pricier than your therapist's couch. You think that's because of some deep-rooted tradition or team culture? Not a chance. This is the Shedeur Show now. Cleveland isn't just hosting football, it's headlining a rebrand. It's not a sports town anymore, it's Shedeur's city. Population anyone with a smartphone, a pulse, and a craving to witness greatness draped in Gucci.
Can you build your perfect quarterback? Football IQ.
Shedeur Sanders.
Accuracy. Arm strength.
That honestly doesn't matter. It just depends on like the precision and the accuracy.
We say Shedeur for that one too?
I mean, I'm not out here throwing the ball 90 yards, but I could get it to where I need to.
Toughness.
Shedeur.
Competitiveness.
For sure, Shedeur.
And the numbers? They're not just good. They're Kardashian-level viral. Shedeur's jersey sales alone have done more for the Browns' economy than the last 3 quarterbacks combined. There are middle-aged dads in Akron who haven't worn jerseys since the Cold War, now rocking Sanders #2 like it's a personality trait. And the merch? Flying off shelves like people finally realized that Brown's brown isn't ugly if Shedeur wears it. So of course, the kid said, I want in. Not just in the huddle, in the whole pie. And not just a slice, the toppings too. He's not getting tricked into being the face of Cleveland's renaissance while the suits cash out. Nah, he's the suit now. His contract reportedly includes revenue shares. From jersey sales, a percentage of ticket surges when viewership spikes, and a shiny little kicker every time Cleveland pulls off a primetime win that drags millions of new viewers in. It's called equity, baby, and it's dripping with audacity. You can hear the NFL front offices scrambling to pretend they understand brand valuation.
Nie tylko granie w grę, ale posiadanie ich uwagi, publiczności i potencjału. To jest definicja. Całkowita wartość gracza poza boiskiem, w tym jego marka medialna, wpływ bazy fanów, prawa do treści, sprzedaż gadżetów, historia NIL i zdolność do generowania uwagi, przychodów i kultury. Jak kapitał podstawowy wpływa na karierę Shada, obecność w mediach. Shad bloguje, prowadzi YouTube i Live, Twitch, jest reżyserem, maszyną do marketingu fanowskiego. Wiesz, wykorzystujesz to dla nich duże firmy zarabiające na twoim nazwisku. Jak za każdym razem, gdy włączasz First Take, wszystkie te programy o futbolu mają
Because Shedeur knew the assignment. He saw what his name meant to a franchise that hasn't been culturally relevant since leather helmets. He saw the Instagram followers, the TikTok fans, the YouTube edits, and thought, so y'all are using me to become marketable? Cool. Where's my cut? And if that makes certain coaches clutch their laminated play sheets in horror, well, tough. They should have thought of that before drafting a quarterback who's also a marketing typhoon. This isn't entitlement. This is strategy. He's the draw, the headline, the red carpet. And for a city like Cleveland, where the last time people tuned in voluntarily was during a LeBron miracle, Shedeur is the golden ticket. So why wouldn't he demand his golden parachute? He's not just playing ball, he's reviving a franchise. And that, my friends, costs more than a rookie salary. And let's talk about those fans. Oh yes, the brand new Browns Nation, imported from Colorado and Instagram, ages 14 to 44, who've never watched an NFL snap before, but now own Shedeur hoodies, Shedeur wallpapers, and have Google alerts for Cleveland, which, frankly, is a sentence no one expected to write in NFL history.
Sanders was reportedly throwing with a 10-year veteran touch. Kurt Warner, my evaluation is he's the most accurate quarterback in this draft. There's a lot to like. He wasn't a fifth-round prospect in my opinion. And the decision that made him millions of dollars was just staying true to himself. This quote pretty much summarizes everything. My job isn't to prove people wrong, it's to prove myself right.
You think these fans came here to watch Deshaun Watson hand off the ball like a sad uncle at Thanksgiving? No. They're here for fireworks. They're here for the Sanders dynasty. These fans aren't loyal to the Browns, they're loyal to Shedeur. And that's a massive problem for any coach who thinks he's going to make Shedeur earn his spot. By competing. Competing with who? A clipboard? You're not keeping 200 million eyeballs entertained by giving Sanders a headset. And let's not even pretend that putting him on the bench would be a developmental decision. That's not development. That's sabotage. There are literal kids learning the rules of football for the first time just because they want to see what shoes Shedeur wears to the stadium. You want to bench that kind of brand? Good luck explaining that to Nike, ESPN, and 1,000 influencers who just bought Browns tickets for the aesthetic. This isn't some quiet, small-town player grateful for a shot. This is a calculated takeover by someone who knows what he's worth and has no interest in being humble about it. And that terrifies the old guard of the NFL. Because if Shedeur's contract becomes the blueprint, oh buddy, the power dynamics just did a full 180.
So it's like, why would we keep running the ball if, okay, we out there and we get in a situation where it's a must get and we don't get it? Nah, I'd rather, if we're going to go down, I'd rather go down swinging, honestly, because I know I can throw the best punch.
Suddenly, it's not just about how far you can throw the ball. It's about how far your brand can go. And Shedeur's brand is global. You think that's a coincidence? He's been training for this his whole life, literally. While other kids were at football camps, Shedeur was learning how to speak in brand deals, negotiate camera angles, and walk into a boardroom with the confidence of someone whose dad redefined college sports PR. Let's not forget that his father is Coach Prime, a man who single-handedly turned college football into reality TV with a mic, a mirror, and a motivational quote for every occasion. You think Shedeur didn't absorb that? Shedeur's not playing the game, he's producing it. He doesn't just want to throw touchdowns, he wants to own the highlight reel. And Cleveland? Well, they should be thanking him. On their knees, begging him to sign autographs with his left hand and throw touchdowns with his right. Because for the first time in recent memory, the Browns aren't the NFL's punchline. They're the headline, and they didn't do that by drafting another guy with a strong arm and grit. They did it by investing in a movement.
Shedeur Sanders showed out today during his first rookie minicamp with the Cleveland Browns. He started the day with a little bit of a warm-up, showing off that elite footwork. Began practicing going under center, and look at this handoff to the running back. Beautiful. He then began to start slinging the rock, throwing it down to his fullback. Began to throw to his wide receivers. He threw it to this curl route here. Wish he threw it a little bit before the receiver turned around, but still a good throw. The Browns began some 11-on-11 work, and Shedeur kind of threw a duck here, but nonetheless, it was still a complete pass. In 7-on-7.
Meanwhile, that clause, the now infamous clause, has executives doing triple takes. He wants revenue from viewership increases? Yes, he does, because he knows why they're increasing. Spoiler alert, it's not because of Cleveland's defensive schemes. This is business, modern football business. And Shedeur just hit him with the Silicon Valley model. His deal says, if I'm the reason y'all are finally profitable, then I'm also the reason I deserve a profit. That's not arrogance. That's basic math. You don't bring in millions in ad revenue and jersey sales and then tell the guy responsible, here's your base salary, now sit down. That's not how the future works. That's not how Shedeur works. What's even funnier is how normal this will look in 2 years. Right now, executives are pretending they're shocked. In 2027, every rookie with a decent highlight reel will be sliding in equity clauses and marketing bonuses. They'll call it the Sanders shift. And it started with Cleveland's most unexpected glow-up. Oh, and don't think Shedeur's just riding hype. That kid can ball. He's not walking into this league on a cloud of Twitter likes. He's walking in with numbers, tape, and the kind of composure that makes defensive coordinators sweat. He doesn't just look good on camera, he looks dangerous on 3rd and 7. And when you combine that with his media savvy, you're looking at the NFL's first true player-CEO hybrid. He's not here to be a quarterback. He's here to be a business model.
With Shedeur Sanders, anything surprising to you, or should I act?
No, none surprising. I've been watching Shedeur practice, since he hit college. So had the blessed be at practice for 4 years of that career, and saw what he does before practice, during practice, and after. And so none of this is surprising whatsoever. I can remember him being so accurate and successful. At practice, we just stopped tracking the stats. Like, he'd go days and then weeks without an INT.
Don't be surprised if Shedeur Sanders starts filing trademarks faster than he throws touchdowns. At this rate, he might slap a TM on every word that leaves his mouth mid-huddle. Picture it now. Touchdown equity. TM by Shedeur, or better yet, Primetime Profits, TM, now available at a stadium near you. Why settle for basic endorsements when you can build an entire business empire in the end zone? And why stop there? Give the man his own branded stadium section. Welcome to the Shedeur Sky Lounge, TM, where the nachos come with edible gold flakes, and every seat has a built-in camera, so you never miss an angle of the greatness unfolding below. Every time he lobs a perfect pass, confetti cannons go off over Section 140, not with colors, but with miniature paper cutouts of Shedeur's face, floating gently down like a quarterback-blessed snowfall. The NFL executives are probably huddled in their own boardroom wondering whether to fine him for excessive self-promotion or just go ahead and hire him as the next commissioner of swagger. Meanwhile, sports purists are clutching their pearls, ranting about the decay of the team-first mentality. But let's be real, this is team first. The only twist? The team is Shedeur Incorporated. And the Cleveland Browns? Well, they're just the unfortunate, helmeted interns in this corporate hierarchy. If you think he's here to play football, think again. He's here to play the market. And he's already winning. There's no turning back now. The mold has been shattered, the script rewritten, and the Browns didn't just draft a quarterback, they acquired a walking, talking brand empire. This wasn't a pick, it was a seismic shift. Shedeur Sanders didn't simply join the NFL, he crash-landed into it with all the subtlety of a meteor. And the tremors are already rattling front offices from coast to coast. Cleveland didn't just secure a player, they signed up for a phenomenon. The cameras haven't stopped rolling since the announcement. The fan base? Activated. The merch? Flying off shelves faster than hotcakes at a Sunday brunch buffet. And Shedeur? He's not sweating training camp like a rookie. He's sipping something aged and expensive, on a jet so polished it reflects the skyline. Wrapped in Cleveland colors, of course. This isn't your grandfather's NFL anymore. This is a league where quarterbacks don't just call plays, they set agendas, dictate narratives, and sign autographs with one hand while negotiating NIL-style branding deals with the other. Shedeur isn't waiting to prove himself. He's already building an empire in real time. He's not just the future of the Browns, he's the present, the spotlight, the headline, the billboard, and the post-game quote that gets replayed 42 times on Monday morning. Like it or not, Shedeur Sanders is now a gravitational force, and the rest of the NFL is just living in orbit. Welcome to the Shedeur era. You can tune in, cash in, or get out of the way. Because this rookie didn't just arrive, he is taking over.